Most people who upload to YouTube earn next to nothing. It's a tough pill to swallow, especially when you see viral videos and think, that could be me. But the reality is the vast majority of creators never see a real paycheck from their efforts. They pour hours into filming, editing and uploading, only to watch their earnings trickle in at a snail's pace. It's not just about talent or hard work. Sometimes it's just luck. For every millionaire creator, there are millions who barely make coffee money. The platform is crowded, and standing out is harder than ever. Most people don't realize that even with thousands of views, your earnings might not even cover your monthly internet bill. The stories you hear about overnight success are rare. Most creators are grinding away in the background, hoping for their big break. The headlines about creators buying mansions, those stories make great clickbait, but they don't tell the whole story. For every viral sensation living in luxury, there are countless others who never see more than a few dollars a month. The media loves to focus on the extremes, but the average creator's life is far from glamorous. That's the exception, not the rule. Most creators are working late into the night, juggling jobs or school and squeezing in time to make videos because they love it, not because it pays the bills. The grind is real and the rewards are often more personal than financial. For most, YouTube is a hobby, not a career. It's a creative outlet, a way to share passions and connect with like-minded people. The dream of turning it into a full-time job is just that, a dream for many. But that doesn't mean it isn't worth doing. The algorithm is unpredictable. A digital lottery where you can improve your odds but never guarantee a win. You can study trends, optimize your thumbnails and post at the perfect time, but sometimes your video just doesn't catch on. It's a mix of skill, timing, and a little bit of magic. My own journey started with realistic expectations. I just wanted to talk about tech, honestly and simply. I didn't expect fame or fortune. I set up my camera in a tiny bedroom surrounded by clutter and hit record. It was about sharing what I loved, not chasing views. I focused on content, not cash, and built a small community by showing up consistently. I replied to every comment, learned from my mistakes, and kept improving. Over time, I found people who cared about the same things I did, and that made all the difference. The money was a byproduct, a surprise, not the goal. When I finally got that first payment notification, it felt unreal. It wasn't much, but it was proof that my voice mattered to someone out there. When people ask how I made it, I always start with this. It's about passion, not paychecks. If you're in it just for the money, you'll burn out fast. But if you love what you do, the rewards, big or small, will mean so much more. In a world of hype, honesty stands out. If you're thinking about starting a channel, do it for the right reasons. Share your story, connect with others, and let the rest follow. That's the real truth about YouTube paychecks. My channel began with frustration. I just wanted a calm, honest review of headphones, not hype or noise. Most tech reviews were overproduced or over the top. I wanted something different, measured, practical, and real. The idea was simple. Talk about tech in a normal voice, no shouting, no theatrics. The understated tech became my mission statement. I started with a smartphone, a cheap tripod, and a beige wall in my living room. I knew nothing about production, but I wanted to create the resource I couldn't find. It wasn't about fame or fortune. It was about helping a few people avoid buyer's remorse. My goal was small and manageable, just make something useful. Sometimes the best ideas are the simplest ones. That's how it all started. My very first attempt at making a video, a simple power bank review, was, to put it kindly, awkward and amateurish. I remember setting up my phone on a wobbly tripod, feeling both excited and nervous, not really knowing what I was doing. The room was cluttered, my hands were shaky, and I kept forgetting what I wanted to say. It felt like I was talking to a wall, and every word sounded forced. The lighting was terrible, just a single bulb casting harsh shadows behind me. My voice came out robotic, stiff and unnatural, and the microphone picked up every little background noise, the hum of the fridge, distant traffic, even my neighbor's dog barking. Watching the footage back, I cringed at how unpolished it all looked and sounded. My first instinct was to delete the whole thing and pretend it never happened. I hovered over the delete button, embarrassed by my own effort, but then I realized everyone has to start somewhere. No one is born a pro, and every creator I admired had their own awkward beginnings. So with a deep breath and a lot of hesitation, I uploaded it anyway. I cringed as I hit publish. convinced that nobody would watch it, or worse, that people would watch and laugh. But I knew I had to move forward, not get stuck on my first try. The next few videos weren't much better, honestly, but I made a promise to myself. With each new video, I'd try to improve just one thing. I experimented with better lighting, tried to find quieter rooms, and switched from reading word-for-word scripts to using bullet points so I could sound more natural. Every small tweak felt like a tiny victory. I learned by making mistakes, lots of them. My thumbnails were ugly and cluttered, my video titles were boring and forgettable, and sometimes I'd spend hours editing only to realize I'd made things worse. But every misstep taught me something new. Each error became a lesson I could build on. I started keeping a notebook, jotting down what worked and what didn't, crossing out mistakes and celebrating small wins. It was a slow process, but I could see myself getting a little better with every upload. Progress was slow and humbling. There were nights I stayed up late, frustrated by my lack of progress, re-watching my footage and wondering if I'd ever get the hang of it. But I kept at it, determined to improve, even if it was just by a tiny bit each time. There was no glamour in those early days, just me, my phone, and a lot of patience. I used whatever I had, books for tripods, bed sheets for backdrops, and a lot of trial and error. Every small improvement, no matter how minor, felt like a huge achievement. The early days were all about experimenting, failing, and trying again. I practiced my intros over and over, played with different camera angles, and slowly started to find my own style. It was a journey of trial, error, and persistence. If you're just starting out, remember, nobody's good at this in the beginning. Every creator you look up to was once a beginner too. The most important thing is to keep going, keep learning, and never let those first awkward steps stop you from moving forward. For 6 months, it felt like I was shouting into the void. My only subscribers were family and a few fake accounts I made myself. Each video got maybe 20 views, mostly from me checking analytics. It was demoralizing, and the temptation to quit was real. I saw other channels take off while I stayed stuck. To cope, I shifted my focus. Instead of chasing views, I committed to one video a week. Success became about consistency, not numbers. I invested in a cheap microphone and learned basic lighting and editing. The audience was tiny, but my videos kept getting better. I was building a library, ready for viewers if they ever showed up. Improvement, not attention, became my motivation. That mindset kept me going. After a year of uploading videos to a small but loyal audience, I decided to review a niche e-ink writing tablet, something I thought only a handful of people would care about. It wasn't a flashy product, and I didn't expect much from it. I just wanted to share my honest thoughts, hoping it might help someone out there searching for real opinions, not just marketing hype. It felt like just another honest, straightforward video. No fancy effects, no big production, just me, my camera, and my genuine experience with the device. I filmed it in my usual setup, sitting at my desk, talking to the camera as if I were chatting with a friend. But then something unexpected happened. Overnight, the YouTube algorithm picked it up and started recommending it to viewers far beyond my usual reach. My phone buzzed with notifications, and I watched in disbelief as the numbers climbed. Views exploded from just a few hundred to hundreds of thousands in a matter of days. My subscriber count soared, and suddenly my channel was on the radar of people all over the world. Comments poured in, people saying, "Finally a normal review," and thanking me for being honest and relatable. It was overwhelming, but in the best way possible. I realized that authenticity really does resonate, that one video changed everything for me. It was like flipping a switch. Suddenly I was part of a much bigger conversation, and my work was reaching people I never imagined. New viewers started exploring my old videos, digging through my back catalogue to see what else I had to offer. Videos that had barely any views before were suddenly getting attention. My entire channel came to life. It was as if all the effort I'd put in over the past year was finally being noticed. The lesson was clear: consistent quality pays off when opportunity strikes. Luck definitely played a part, but so did all the preparation and hard work leading up to that moment. The video itself wasn't perfect, but it was good. Clear audio, decent lighting, and most importantly, honest content. I'd spent months learning how to improve my setup, tweaking my lighting, and making sure my sound was crisp. All those months of small improvements, late nights editing, and learning from my mistakes really mattered. When the moment came, I was ready to make the most of it. So focus on quality and consistency, even when it feels like no one is watching. Keep refining your craft, because you never know when your big break will come. Your break might find you when you least expect it, and when it does, you'll want to be ready to seize the opportunity. One video really can change your channel's entire trajectory, opening doors you never thought possible. But remember, you have to be ready for it, so keep creating, keep improving, and trust the process. The YouTuber life isn't glamorous, it's structured, routine, and full of admin. My day starts with tea and emails, not unboxing gadgets. Research takes hours, reading, watching, and scouring forums for real user problems. Filming is slow and deliberate, setting up lights, cleaning products, retaking shots. Editing is the real grind, syncing audio, cutting mistakes, adding B-roll and graphics. It's tedious, but essential for a polished video. Then there's the business side, planning, sponsors, finances, analytics. You're not just a presenter, you're a researcher, editor, and entrepreneur. It's hard work, but it's rewarding. How does YouTube pay the bills? It's a mix of ad revenue, affiliate links, and sponsorships. Ad income comes after you hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, but it's unpredictable and varies by topic. Tech channels usually earn more per view, but income still fluctuates. Affiliate marketing, using special links, brings in passive income if viewers buy products you recommend. Transparency is key to keeping trust. Sponsorships are the biggest earners. Brands pay for access to your engaged niche audience. Negotiating these deals is a skill, and what separates hobbyists from professionals. Multiple income streams are essential for stability. My top advice? Obsess over audio. Bad sound drives viewers away faster than bad video. Invest in a decent microphone before anything else. Be patient and consistent. Success is a slow burn, not an overnight event. Stick to a realistic schedule, even when no one's watching. Build your channel brick by brick. Each video matters. Don't copy what's popular. Fill a gap with your unique perspective. Your viewpoint is your greatest asset. Lean into it. Engage with every comment in the early days. Those first viewers are your foundation. Respond thoughtfully and build relationships. A small, loyal community will sustain you through the quiet times. Focus on quality, honesty, and connection. The rest will follow. Start simple, stay consistent, and keep improving. Looking back, it's wild to think this all started with a frustrating headphone search. The channel is now my full-time job, but the core principle remains. Clear, honest, understated reviews. I'm cautious about expanding. Simplicity and personal connection are what make the channel work. The plan? Keep making one video a week, focusing on quality and community. YouTube's success is about serving a specific audience with consistency and care. The real reward isn't just money, it's freedom and a like-minded community. If you want honest tech reviews without the hype, stop by the channel. No pressure, just a friendly invitation to join our quiet corner of the internet.